Well, good day, viewers of Trollcast channel. I'm Ultimate, joined by Red. We are doing the Spartan Company King of the Hill, and we have the second game between Vindictive and Logan on GSL Metalopolis.
We have a great first game of these two oaks of Vindictive and Logan had the game for a few seconds and then sadly just too many things, and the swarm was too powerful for the minion army.
Yes, so let's get into game 2 and see how this transpires. Logan recently getting into silver, a really decent Terran player. Let's have a look how this goes. We have that SCV split. Logan spawning at the 3 o'clock position, Vindictive at the 6 o'clock position. I didn't get to watch the first game, so I didn't know exactly what went on there. Maybe Red can just tell our viewers just a quick summary of what went on in the first game.
Yeah, oh well, basically Logan went for the 2 racks expand and he went for a bioball. It's not seen by Terran players of today. They usually go for mech, but a bioball of Marines, Marauders, Medevacs. I think if Logan only had a couple of Hellions in that mix, he would have definitely taken the game with ease. But real downfall, as I said, was the Hellions. Vindictive had so much time, and he got Ultras on the field, Infestors, Mutas. He had the whole Zerg army ready and able to spawn, and it basically just overrun Logan. But very well played by both players. It is game 2, so this is a new start for both, and hopefully Logan can pull one out of the bag just to keep in the series.
Yes, yeah, I'd really like to see Logan getting a game up on Vindictive as well. I do favour Terran players. Maybe I'm just biased, but yeah, I would really like to see Logan do quite well. Oh yes, Vindictive is a fairly new member to Spartan Company, so I haven't seen much of his games, so I can't really comment on his playstyle, but I do know Logan's relatively well.
Vindictive is a Platinum Zerg player, guys, so he is not bad. He doesn't play a lot of 1v1s. I checked his profile, only 6 games in 1v1s in total for all the seasons, so that is a bit of a flaw. He plays a lot more team games, a lot more custom, but he still is very good in 1v1, don't underestimate him.
Yes, right. I do see that he's throwing that spawning pool at a really economical advantage for him. At probably like a 13 pool or something like that. A lot of Zergs are not really going for those quick spawning pools, as it really messes up the economy. So this is the kind of Zerg player that I do like to see, the economy type of Zerg player. Obviously, the early pools are really easy to hold off by Terran, so that would be a really silly way to go. Logan is doing a very smart thing by warning in his main entrance over here. He does have an SCV standing around doing nothing. Perhaps he's expecting a Zerg rush. Maybe it's just staying there to do a repair on the structures in his ramp. I'm not entirely sure what's going on there.
Yeah, exactly. No, I just want to look at Vindictive quick. As you said, he got the eagle round. He's getting his expansion out. So the queen can come out earlier. The lava get produced. But very strangely enough, not so few people pick up on this. And we teach this to you in Spartan Company training. The gas geysers that you have on the Zerg, basically always choose the one closest to your expansion. It just gives you that bit extra more gas. Not a huge difference, but it does help. So always choose the other gas geyser. Logan on 2 at the moment. So I might just see, is he going to go for another Bible or will he go into mech?
Yeah, I do see he's open up 2 racks and then factory, so perhaps we're going to see a bit of a tank push in a few minutes, maybe just a couple of tanks and Marines just to push on that Zerg. That is quite a popular build to go against Zerg as well, so yeah, it will be interesting to see what comes out, but I can probably predict there's going to be a few tanks coming on the field in a very few minutes.
Agreed. I would like to see Logan getting a few tanks out, or Hellions, just to harass, put him in his defensive mode, so the Terran has a lot more time to tech up and get to the build he wants. So Vindictive still not moving his drones down to his main expansion, gets the spine crawler down, just make sure of defense. His second extractor is going up, so more gas will come in.
I do see that metabolic boost coming for the Zerg and the Bangling's Nest coming out as well, so I think Vindictive is probably reading the game right, expecting a Bioforce like the first game, getting those Banelings to deal with that Bioforce. He has got that second expand, but he hasn't saturated it at all with any drones, so he's not really got the advantage of having two bases. He's still very much on one base because he's not really mining at the second base at the moment, so maybe just using the second hatch just for the production capabilities. We do see a bunch of Zergs coming out on the map with that speed upgrade. And this should be able to hold off any early shenanigans from the Terran. But I would have liked to have seen tanks on the field already. So, yeah, I'm not entirely sure.
You are going to see Banshees. That's probably why I got the tick that down. Banshees would be great. I don't think Vindictive has any evolution chamber, so he won't be able to get spore crawlers out. He hasn't ticked to a lair. So you won't be able. So if Logan gets cloak, he's going to have huge control of this game.
Yeah, I would have preferred Logan to do a 1-1 build to get that Banshee, because if you do that 1-1 build, you can actually train that Banshee a full minute earlier and have it in the base at 740 rather than training it at 740. But that's the sacrifice that is made by getting those two factories. It would have been much more economical to go the 1-1-1 build, in my opinion. I don't know what you have to say about that, Red.
No, I agree absolutely. As a Terran player, if you want to go for the Banshee play, that Banshee has to hit in 6 minutes 30 seconds, and that is a time bull. And so many players use it effectively against Zerg. Gummy, one of the good players, using it. I use it quite a lot. And as that happens, before that comes out, get your extractor out, get Hellions onto the field, force the Zerg to getting more sprawlers out, and then you won't suspect the Banshee.
Alright, I'm just having a look at the income tab. Both players fairly even, 27 harvesters to 25 harvesters. So even despite the extra hatchery, the economy income is roughly the same, slightly favouring the Zerg by about 100 minerals or so. So at this point in time, we're still pretty even. Let's have a look at that army tab at the moment. Pretty neck and neck, I would say, 54 to 58. So, yes, it's pretty even at this point in time. So, yeah.
No, agreed. The thing I'm worrying about, I think Logan, and this is such a strong push, and Artie taught it to all the Terrans. He showcased it. It's such a strong build. 2-3 tanks with 3 Banshees. Marine Marauds, no stem, it's not needed, you just need concussive shell. Pushing with that, let the Banshee snipe the innings and let the Fireball take care of the Zerglings.
Yes, no, I agree. I do this push against Terran and Protoss all the time. However, I open at 1-1-1, and I have the 3 tanks, Marines, and 2 Banshees a full minute earlier just by skipping that extra racks. But I see Logan has opted to get the extra Marauders in this mix as well, which might actually help a lot, especially if he has a concussive shell. I'm not too sure if he's got it. I think he does. Yes, he does have the concussive shell. So we are seeing a push coming out from Terran at just before the 11 minutes. We don't have any muters on the field. So this is a fairly safe time to push for the Terran, because Zerg can't really take advantage of this.
My word, Logan has forgot his tanks. He's going to have so much more trouble. The tanks
yeah.
right against the Bailey, and this is going to cost him the engagement. And if he brought the tanks with,
why did he not move out those tanks? Had he had those tanks, he would have done a far better job of this push, just sieging up just past the creep.
The amount of Banshees coming out. This is huge trouble for Vindictive. Take the Queens down, he can have a huge advantage. He's trying to scramble a few spore crawlers. Smartly done. The Queen's down, target the spore crawlers, target the other Queen. This is great play by Logan, and Zerg might just lose main expo.
I do see Zerg taking opportunity, because there is no ground forces for the Terran to deal with the swarm, and he's just taking advantage, killing that expansion. But Zerg having no air units to deal with the Banshees, so this can be really detrimental towards the Zerg.
Well, with the 2 siege tanks in position for Logan, defending his space, those Banelings will just drop very, very quickly, and they're on a small ramp, so tanks might just get 2 shots off, so that engagement won't go through, but he does have speed. The Banshee's still covering his space. Look at the Banelings just drop with the tanks. Great play by Logan. just keeping those 2 tanks with, I think he did it on purpose just to make sure nothing gets past.
Yeah.
But still 2 spore callers coming up.
Red, you have a very good point there. Perhaps he just created a distraction with that small buy ball, forcing the Zerg to think, oh, it's just a buyer push. Having those aces up the sleeve in those Banshees and just coming and attacking and securing his main with the tanks. So perhaps I was a bit too soon to speak. Perhaps it was an orchestrated strategy from Logan, which is actually paying really well off in Logan's favor.
He lost another Banshee, and here comes the Marines and Marauders. Only 1 spine caller. No Zerglings on the field yet. He's producing drones. This might just be the GG right here from him. And the Banshees will work. Note the tanks still not moving.
Yeah.
The tanks come out this way. Ooh, and a spinal push by Vindictive. He's going to try and take us out. Don't lose your Banshee, and the Banshee goes down.
Yeah, wow.
And sadly, this is going to restart. Spawning pool being in production. Logan should push out again with the tanks. Still
Yes, Vindictive forced to pull off a whole lot of drones off the expansion, probably having next to no army at this point in time. Logan coming off better off that engagement. Let's have a look at the units lost tab. We do have 88 units lost for the Zerg and only a mere 36 for the Terran. So Logan definitely ahead at this point in time.
That Banshee dropped so... Oh, that Queen dropped so quickly. The spawning pool going to be taken down. Another spine pool is scrambling to get down. The Fireball going to be strong, but I think Vindictive is going to pull these drones in.
Yes, and now Logan bringing in those tanks from his main just to attack that expansion of the Zerg. Zerg forced to pull off drones again. I don't think this is going to be quite enough to hold off this push.
Agreed, those tanks are too strong. Oh, 13, 17 kills. Another army of Marines and Marauders coming in. Logan's going to take this game for sure.
Oh, there we have the GG. Well done.
There's the GG.
1 game all. Fantastic game. Fantastic game.
Oh, very well played by Logan. As we said, we would like him to see win this game so the series can continue.